Today we're at Kenton in Newcastle to have a look at the Church of Ascension. This was opened, funnily enough, on Ascension Day 1954. On the Feast of Ascension, on the 14th of April 1956, it was consecrated by the Bishop of Newcastle. This was built because of the expanding estates within this region of Newcastle at the time in the 1950s and 60s. The architects were Newcomb and Newton, and was built by J.W. Lowry for £35,000, and the money was gathered by parishioners and fundraisers. And it is an unusual shape, quite modern, 1950s style. And there's an interesting organ there, and that organ was replaced two previous ones, and it was bought and installed in 1972 from Salford University. This is one interesting thing about this church, is that what looks like an ambulatory, especially from the outside, at the altar. And we saw some quite unusual Stations of the Cross, because they're actually more like knitted, more like a fabric material, which again shows the variety of uses of materials to display Stations of the Cross, and it's quite interesting and novel. This is the side chapel here, and the Lady Chapel, which was converted in 1978. And it's quite environmentally friendly, with some awards given already. And interestingly enough, this has been sort of truncated, because behind the wall at the back is a community room, which we'll see shortly. And that was converted in 1977. And underneath, in a sanctuary, which we were unable to get access to, unfortunately, there's a little gym now, and a tea room, and a judo area where there's all sorts of activities. That's why this is, as you look from the outside, in two levels. And at the back there, we see the grey. That would have been the entrance through to the back in the rest of the church, which is now, as a community centre. But there's been a lot of conversions, especially in the 1970s. Again, very unusual Station of the Cross. And the parishioners were quite nice, and as was the vicar, was a really nice guy. And local by his accent. And again, there's the unusual organ from, as I said, Salford University. And there stands out. Of course, there's no real stained glass. Well, there's rumours there's some behind the refurbished back wall or the community centre. Well, that's true or not, I'm not too sure. But it's quite modern, but using some of the old traditional methods of church design added to the modern architectural production that we see. It does look quite unusual and quite dramatic from the back, going up towards the high altar there. So this is like the one we see earlier at Cowgate. It's got that past and present development within inside it, showing some of the future of that time and the past being brought into it. There's lots of kneeling prayer cushions, which are really nice. Like some others where Trolley and Drive, where seats, the pews still, I don't know. Are they better? And here we are, and this is the rear, which is now the community hall. And child's play area and stuff. There are girl guides and stuff goes on here. And some social events. But there you go, and there's the vicarage opposite. And it's a bit difficult to park really because there's on a housing estate, but it's really interesting church and come and visit. So I hope you liked. Please like, subscribe, and continue to watch. Bye for now.